Hey everybody, it is OldBayCraps, and we're doing some late night live tossing. So welcome. Welcome. Get on into Crapsee if you want to play. I'll tell you the parameters in the chat. Let's see, tonight we got $2K buy-in. You get two. $3K rebuys. 2 pays triple. Hey George, how you doing, man? Good morning to you. It is late night here. It is quarter to 1 a.m. Eastern. So good morning to you. We have 10 times odds. It's a $10 minimum table. And I believe, no, I don't think you can buy the 5 and 9 tonight, but we'll go with those parameters. All right, we'll get started here in just a moment. Everybody gets a 2K buy-in. I got my 2K right here. We have 1,400 in black. We have 500 in green, 100 in red, or 90 in red, and 10 in white. So we're going to get ours set up in the rack. We will be playing the ATS tonight. 7:47. That's awesome. That's breakfast time. That's donut time. Get your donut and your coffee ready. All right. Same layout as before. I wanted to be able to show you all me shooting right towards you. I'm going to be tossing the 2V tonight. 2-3-2-1. May do like a 6-5-6-5 on the come out only, just because I want to be playing some come out action. But otherwise, I'll be doing a 2-3-2-1 pretty much. I might pitch it up depending on what's rolling, and we'll try to play what's rolling and see if we can hit purple chip. All right, last live session we lost it all. We went empty rack, so. We were in desperate mode. We had our bets pressed up, and we even had a 9 that had 200 on it, paid for, and couldn't hit it. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's always different, never the same. Without further ado, let's get started. I know you can't see the horn section. I'm probably, if anything, I'll be playing a horn high bet from time to time. And maybe the field, but I'll try to put my field bet where you can see it. The 2 does pay triple tonight, along with the 12, even though it says pay double on my table. You guys have it for triple. I'm going to do it for triple. Thank you, George. So I got Crapsee going. The code is in the chat. It's pinned up top. The code is also on the screen. And it's in the subject of the name of the live. So, without further ado, we got some people in there. We got Big Money Ray, and Mrs. Big Money. All right, got the whole family there. So let's go ahead and get the first roll in. Let's get some come out action first, though. I'm going to play my usual come out action. 20 on the pass, I'm going to put my 555 right there next to the ATS numbers, and we'll do a $5 crap check. And I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and lock out Crapsee. Everybody's ready.
Dice are out.
Again, I think I'm going to do a 6-5, 6-5 on the come outs, just when I'm doing some come out action. Once we have a point established, I'm not going to go back to that, but we'll see how it goes. Here we go. We got to come out 7, 6-1. We've started many a session with the 7. Trying to get the dice in the camera. There we go. All right. That's going to be a push for me. So we have 20 on the pass. It's going to win 20. There's 20 right there. 15 on the ATS, repaid for, and the crap check. I'm going to change the crap check since we did a 7. I'm going to go with a quarter world bet. And we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining, Big Money. All right, everybody's ready in Crapsee?
Dice are out.
We'll stay with the 6-5, 6-5. We got a 5-3 easy 8. 8 will be the point. Puck will go on the 8, lose the whirl. Let's mark that 8. And we'll start with hugging the point there on the inside. And we'll just do 50 behind the line right now. And we'll grab the hard ways for 5. Standard action. All right. Let's go over to Crapsee. Everybody's ready. All right, I'm now going over to the 2V set. 2, 3, 2, 1. We got a midnight. All the dots and all the spots. I'll be honest, I fell asleep tonight when Ed and Gargoyle went live. I could not keep my eyes open after work. It was around 8:30. Thought I'd take a little half-hour nap in a recliner. And 4 hours later, 4 hours later, I decided, hey, let's go live. So, all right, we marked the 12. It does pay triple if you're playing in the field. We were not. I'm going to go ahead and do a field bet. Put it right there in line with my pass line. So you should be able to see it on the table. And I think we're good to go. I'm good with my action. Everybody's ready in Crapsee.
Dice are out.
Oh, 617. Wasn't expecting that. it was a good toss. Came right off the wall. That one hit just a little late, and you can see that it came back about 8 inches from the green die. Well, hey, if you're a believer in turning your bets off when a horn is rolled, that would have been a good time. But it's okay. It's why we have a 2K bankroll. Alright. Alright, we're going to lose everything here, but I like this action, so we're going to keep it here. Let's just repay for it. So let's lose the field and the odds on the 8. We'll turn the puck off. Let's see, we got 25, 75. We got between the cap on the 6 and the pass line, that's 100 total, 115, 135. There's 135. So everything we're going to keep up. And we'll just add some, we're going to add a world bet for 25. And we're all set for the new shooter. George says, consider sticking to 6565 set until your mechanics settle down on access results, then switch. You know, that makes sense, George. Also, at the casino, I've just started to try to make, you know, I want to have the dice translate to live casino play. So I have been doing like a do we don't and no other bets, just until I can see that I'm in a zone or in a flow, and then I'll start betting. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, here we go. Everybody's ready?
Dice are out.
We got a 6'5" mid-mo-yo. Chiro in the house helping us out. Alright, let's mark the yo. We're going to win 20 on the pass. We have 25 whirl, so that's going to be 75, 80 and down. We want to keep the bet up. So minus 20. So it'll be 60 and down with the 25. We're going to go ahead and double the whirl bet to 50. And we'll bring 35 back to the rack, and we'll take the 20 off the pass line, and we're going to press our hard leg. Alright, still looking for a point. I'm all set on my end. Everybody's ready in Crapsee.
Dice are out.
George is giving out free advice. I will take it. We got a 5, 3, 8 again. 8 will be the point. And folks, I'm still learning to use the number pad instead of the mouse to input the dice rolls because I'm an idiot. I was doing that last live. It does take a lot longer to try to use the mouse to input the numbers, and because you're clicking, and it doesn't seem to be grabbing and turning the numbers red on the dice. So the number pad is a lot quicker. All right, 8's going to be the point, right where we had it before. We're going to lose the whirl bet. Let's mark the 8. We're going to come out with the same action, so 50 on the odds. I can go up to 200 times odds, but we'll do 50 right now. And let's keep going. All right, everybody's ready. And I appreciate y'all joining. This is Late Night Live with OBC. Definitely late on the East Coast. Another 6-1. I felt the green die fall from the tip of my thumb, like I pushed it too much. And I think also I forgot. It helps when I drop my thumb, and I didn't do that consciously. So we'll try to remember that. All right, we got 4 now in Crapsee. Let's get that 7 in the roll tracker. Again, I'm going to keep what I got out there. So let's get rid of the pass line odds. We have 40 here, 45, 65, 80 in red, and 75 in green. So that's 160. So there's 160. And again, we're going to go with the $25 whirl. And we're going to grab a $2 ace deuce straight up. George says, I've automated the input process to input on KPI Crapsee at the same time. Oh, yeah, that's something I told Jeff, when I got some funds, I would invest in I only need I think it's the 8 channel or 8 button stream deck. Two, 3, 2, 1 quarter turn to 4, 2, 6, 2. George says, we'll give it a go. All right, everybody's ready in Crapsee. Here we go. This is shooter number 3. Let's turn that puck off because we did 7 out. Let me go back to the chat for a second. Just want to make sure I got the dice set right that George had. There you go. Okay. Here we go. And we got a leaner. Can't see the red die, what it's facing. And it's a hard 4. That was a 2. Dealers are supposed to read the number that it would have dropped, or if it was a melted ice cube, what it would fall to if it melted. So that would be a hard 4. All right, 4 is going to be the point. I'm going to lose the whirl. Lose the ace deuce straight up. We'll go with 75 behind the line. And we'll do 50 behind the line, and we'll bring up an 8 with a capper. Let's mark the 4. And I'm all set on my end. And we'll go with the same set, George's suggestion,
Dice are out.
which is a 2, 3, 2, 1 quarter turn. So we're turning them down. So it's 2, 3. Let's see, where am I? 2, 3, 2, 1, and we're turning it down to a 4, 2, 6, 2. Here we go. 4, 3, 7. We hit the bottom of the alligator wall. It's all mechanics, people. It is all mechanics. I threw it too aggressively. It hit the bottom of the alligator wall, and that's what's going to happen. I think it would have been a pretty good result had I hit the table about 4 inches from the back wall, but I didn't, and we paid the price. PSO. I'm just hoping it's not going to be all red Nite, but you know what? We're trying new stuff. Again, I've only been throwing the 2V set for 2 live sessions, so it's not something that I've done Bone Tracker on yet, but I plan to. Yeah, sorry, big money. Big 7 out. All right, we're done going like automatically inside for 110 and crap like that. So we tried it 3 times. We failed 3 times. So we're really gonna go for what's rolling. All right, we need some greens and reds. There's 300. $200 in green. We'll do 20 on the pass. 555. And we'll just do a C&E for 10. All right, George is giving another suggestion on dice set because we had explosion. So we're going to do 3515. Everybody's ready in Crapsee. Let's see what happens.
Dice are out.
Again, I can't stress enough to everybody, and George will tell you the same thing. It is all about mechanics. With the right mechanics, you can have very successful rolls. There's a 6-5 yo, mid-mo yo. It was a low throw, which is why the dice came off the wall the way they did. My trajectory wasn't 45 degrees enough. But we didn't throw a big red. Hey, right? Alright. Let's mark the yo. We're gonna win on the pass line. 20. We're gonna win on the yo bet. 75, 80 and down. So we'll just put this right back up and collect 75. And we'll go ahead and just place the hard ways. They are not working, but actually now they are working because we're going to do a buffalo. So that's any 7 plus the hard ways, and the hard ways are working on the come out. All right, we're all set. Hey, Randy, welcome. Look at that, Randy joining in early. Everybody's ready in Crapsee?
Dice are out.
Five, 2, 7 out. No, it's a come out 7. I'm sorry, it's a come out 7. Apologies. Come out 7. Look at me, I'm just shooting off at the mouth. That was a come out 7. Alright. So we're going to win 20 on the pass, which is going to repay the ATS. And it'll repay the yo. We just need to come back up with the craps bet because it's a push on the buffalo. because the NA7 would hit, which would repay for all the hardways. All right, everybody's ready?
Dice are out.
We got a 628. So apparently the 8 is like the only point we're allowed to make, except that 4. Alright, I'm going to lose the NE7 and the hard 8 because it was working. Mark the 8. And let's do a comeback. I'm all set on my end. George says that's a double pitch. Here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a hard 10. OldBay bushel. Alright, let's mark the 10. Comeback's going to travel. We're going to go ahead and do max odds. And we're going to get paid 35 for the hard way. We'll bring back the hard 8 and we'll rack 30. And we'll bring up another comeback. And I just realized we have no odds on the 8. We'll go max odds on the 8. And we got 6 people now playing. Welcome all. Welcome the additional players.
Dice are out.
We got a 314. The sister number, the Big Joe, Craps Master Journey. And the arc on that was way too high for me that I like. Let's mark the 4. Comeback's going to travel. We'll do max odds. We're going to lose the hard 4. We'll bring that back up. And do one more comeback. Here we go.
Dice are out.
It went into the hook, but it's going to be a 5-1 mixer, 6 easy, 5-1. George says, now you can use any V set you like or cross 6 set you are on access. That's a good exercise, George. Especially if you're at the casino and you're noticing, you've heard Ed and Gargoyle say before, and I'm sure George may say it from time to time. You're not always going to see both dice land because of the stick person probably in your way if you're on stick left. So as long as you can see one die and they call out the other or what the dice set was that landed, you can tell what you tossed and you can know how your dice turned. All right. Let's mark the 6. We're going to lose the hard 6. We'll bring the hard 6 back up. And the combat's going to travel to the 6. And we'll take max odds. And that's all we're going to bet for now. Hey, Chris. Welcome, man. I think you're an hour behind me. Are you part of the Joliet, what happened in this weekend with Joe and others? All right, everybody's ready in Crapsee.
Dice are out.
We got a 3-2-5. Justice Gin 5. Chris says, yep, just leaving for bed. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Scotty. Oh, that's right. George, how are you doing? You had the knee surgery, right? Hopefully you have a speedy recovery. I know rehab on a knee is not easy. So I hope you're doing well. Let's mark the 5. We're going to stay put with our bets. Oh, did Badger come in there, Jim? Welcome if you did. I didn't see your name yet. Get your bets in. We got 6 people playing now. Everybody's ready. Thank you.
Dice are out.
Hard 10, Old Bay bushel. All right, we already have the 10 marked. Let's start with the hard way. It's going to win 35. We're going to go ahead and press the 10 to 15 and rack the quarter. And then up top, combat's going to come down. We're going to get paid 15 on the flat. We did 10 times odds. 150 is going to pay 300. And that's really going to help with the loss that we took earlier. We're still not back yet. And we'll keep with the, I'm going to go with a $20 5. We'll rack the rest of the 10. And we'll go ahead and do a quarter on the 10. And I think we're good. Oh, Badger, you did come in. Hey, Jim. Welcome. Down 120 is not bad if you had a big bankroll. 120 down on a $300 bankroll sucks. I've been there. All right. We've got 8 people in Crapsee now. Get your bets in. Need one more person to lock themselves up. Here we go. It's a low throw, but it's going to be a back-to-back Old Bay bushel. And we had that Old Bay bushel pressed up with $15, so that's going to win 105. All right, like I said, we have 15 on the hard way. That's going to win 105 there. We're going to win 50 up top for $1. Vegas style Vigs. We'll take the hard 10 to 20. And we'll take the 10 up to 100 and rack 75. And George is giving me suggestions, everybody, based on how I'm tossing and the dice landing. He's saying go for a 4151. And when George suggests something, you listen. Wow, we jumped from 6 people to 9 people in Crapsee. Awesome. Thank you all for joining. This is late for me on the East Coast, so hopefully you're probably West Coast people or Midwest people. All right, here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a 549 primary hit. We do not have a 9. So we'll grab it for just $20. We still got 2 pretty heavy come bets out there. George is saying 5-4 explosion, both. So you consider, George, you would consider a primary hit only if they landed facing you with 4151 because it landed 4153. That wouldn't be primary. All right, here we go. We got a 314, so we hit one of those come bets. Got a Big Joe Craps Master Journey. All right, we're gonna lose the hard 4. Combat's gonna come down, get paid just like the 10 did. 15 on the flat. 300 on the odds. We're going to rack the black. And we'll grab the 4 for 50. Bring back the hard 4. And we'll go ahead and press the hard ways. All right, we're going to reduce our odds on the 8 from 200 to 100. Because we just ain't throwing them. All right, George has another suggestion with a question mark. So we'll go with it. What's a 2313? Everybody's ready in Crapsee, thanks. 2313.
Dice are out.
Let me just go back to the chat, make sure I put that right. 2313. I gotcha. All right. 549. All right, we have 20 on it. It's going to win 28. We'll go ahead and take it to 35. And we'll share it with the sister number. And we'll just rack 3. Actually, we'll do a 3-way. I know you can't see it. And of course, for the ATS, we need horn numbers, and we're doing everything we can to avoid throwing them. That's fine. George says 5-4 secondary. Nice. Go to 5-6-4-6 for a 3 craps. Oh, he's trying to round. He's helping us round it out. All right, we got 8 in Crapsee. It's funny. As soon as I read the suggestion, I forget the suggestion. It could be because it's 1:26 in the morning here. But I did get a 4.5 hour nap. So, all right, 5-6-4-6. Gotcha. So it looks like it's a cross 6 set turn down one. Oh, I know exactly what happened, George. The red die dropped about 2 inches below the green die, so they were not together when they landed. And I think they may have hit each other when they hit the back wall, which launched the green die. So it's going to be a 4-3-7, ouch. Otherwise, I think it was a pretty good roll. It was a 13 roller. Can't complain. We were hitting box numbers. And we hit 2 of the 3 come bets. But that's the risk you take when you're trying to hit the ATS. Because you are trying to change your set specifically to hit something specific. That's all right. We had our hardways pressed up pretty good. We never hit that 6. I'm glad we reduced the odds on the 8 because it was not rolling. But I would rather want to hit repeaters than hit the ATS just for fun's sake. So we started with a $2,000 bankroll. We are still down. We are at we're between 16 and 1700, but we were down to just I believe 600 in black chips. So we came back up pretty good on that roll. I'm gonna get some reds. 75 in reds. And we'll bring back up our action. We'll do a C and E again. Oh, don't be sorry, George. We're learning to, we're learning to throw the dice, change sets on, based on what how we're throwing it. So, but I do think we overall on that particular shooter, we did a good job of correcting some mechanics along the way. All right, here we go. This is the come out.
Dice are out.
There we go. I felt my thumb drop just the way I wanted it, and it's going to be a 639. And I did notice the other day, it didn't happen in all the rolls, but for the rolls where the dice stayed together and the dice landed together, I noticed on those, I dropped my thumb the way I wanted to. So we got a 639, 9 will be the point. We're going to lose the C&E. Let's mark the 9. I think we're going to do the same thing we did before. Let's grab the hard ways. And let's get 50 in red. We'll do some come bets again. There's a $15 come bet. We'll do 100 in odds. Night dice, the best kind, Jim says. All right, George, good luck to you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a 6-5 mid-mo, yo. It is very, very, very common to throw the numbers that you needed on the ATS in the previous shooter immediately after Big Red. All right, let's mark the yo. That's going to win in the come area. We're just going to take our come bet area win and press up our hard ways. All right, I'm all set on my end. We got 8 people playing in Crapsee. Let's get your bets locked in. Here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a 4-2 easy 6, the lumber number. All right, combat's going to travel to the 6. We're going to lose the hard 6. We're going to mark the 6. And we're going to take max odds and do another combat. All right, I'm almost set on my end. Get yourselves locked in. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Dice went to the left. It's going to be a 5-3-8. I'll throw that right over top the cameras. If the throw had been any lower, I would have hit the back of the camera, of the landing zone camera. All right, let's mark the 8. Combat's going to travel. Do max odds. One more combat. We'll lose the hard 8. And we'll just replace the hard 6, hard 8 for just 5 each. All right, we seem to keep having 6 out of 8. Get your bets in, so if you, other people can get your bets locked in. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Five, 3, 8. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for repeaters. So that's going to be an up and off. 15 on the flat. $180 on the 150 odds. And we're already at max odds, so. Take this 20 and press the hard ways. Get your bets in. Lock it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Whoa, that was close. The dice were not together. The green die dropped below the red die. But it's going to be a 6, 2, 8. Like I said, I love hitting repeaters. Going to be another up and off. We're going to lose the hard 8. We'll just split it with the hard 6. And you know what? I'm just noticing. Actually, this is how the bet was. It had 10 on each, but we should have lost this the last roll. So we would have split that, and now we're losing it again. So it should only be $5 on the hard 6. All right, it's going to be an up and off up top. So it's going to be 15 on the flat. And it's going to be another 180 on the odds. And we'll just keep racking that. And we'll bring the 8 back up, press it, press the hard 4. And I don't think I put the 862 in the roll tracker. It's already in Crapsee. So I'll give you a few more seconds. Am I pausing my forward throw? You mean the underhand toss? I'm not pausing it. I'm just doing different things for different lives. What I do in practice is still the underhand. I love stick left. It's one of my favorite positions. I'm just not having success at the casino right now with the underhand toss. So we're still practicing it. You know, I've got my bone tracker books in there, and you know, I may do a setup where I'll bet on the left side and I'll throw from the left side or from stick right. In another, like maybe next live, I'll do the underhand toss again. I did one live where each shooter I switched back and forth. If you remember, I had the entire table on the screen, and each shooter I was switching from stick left 2 to stick right 2, and I was switching between the 5-3-6-2 par toss on the left and the 5-4, 5-3, 5-3 underhand toss. So I might do the underhand toss next. I like to switch it up though. I get bored. I get bored with stagnant stuff. I need to have variety in my life, which is why you always see me change the camera angles. because I get bored. All right, we're locked out. We're ready to go.
Dice are out.
Six, 3, 9 hit the point. And I think it would have been a 6-2, but my angle was a little too high than I would like. All right. Puck comes off. Comeback goes to the 9. We're going to do max odds. 150 odds. We're going to win on the pass line, 20. And on the odds, 150 for 100. We're going to rack all that. And we're going to press our hard ways again. And we need some come out action. Let's go with an $8 C&E. So that's 4 on the E, 4 on the C. Do you mean right now? Am I pausing the forward throw? Right now what I'm doing is I'm setting the dice, grabbing them. I'm starting them at a certain position, almost like you see on George's channel how he's the only thing I'm not doing is a backswing. I'm launching him from, but you know how he moves them back, then moves them up? That's what I'm doing. I'm starting at a position, I'm moving them forward about 6 inches so that my hand is in front of me instead of in line with me, and then I'm tossing. If you were asking about tonight. Okay. All right, this is the come out. I don't know if we've lost some people in Crapsee. We keep only getting 6 out of 8 locked in. So it's possible.
Dice are out.
It might be people are having connection issues too. Here we go. We got a come out 7. Kind of ruins our ATS, but we weren't really doing so well in the ATS anyway. As I've said in all my lives, and it holds true here, and even at the casino it's this way, the odds on the come bets were off. Even the casino will tell you they will not pay you on your come bet odds unless you tell them that you're working them. Some casinos might be different. Some casinos might consider everything up there in the boxes live with come bets, but my local does not. They will tell you specifically, hey, your come bet odds are off. Do you want to turn them on? All right, so we're going to lose this. We're going to win on the pass line. We're going to lose on the ATS, returning our ATS. We'll bring back up a craps bet. And all of our odds are going to get returned to us. And we're going to lose all of our come bets. We worked so hard to get them there. All right. I'm all set on my end for the come out action. All right, Randy says, yep, okay, got you. The angle just made me wonder, or something like that. He's got mad emergency, but I think he was tight. It might be late. Yeah, I'm not here to, don't want to confuse anybody. All right, get your bets in. Lock them in. I kind of think we lost 2 people in Crapsee. They're there. They're logged in, but they're not actually playing. Take a look at the rankings right now. We've got 4 people above in the positive, which is awesome. And some people have way more profit than I do. We're actually in profit right now. Barely, but we are.
Dice are out.
Here we go. And we have a OldBay bushel, hard 10. 10 will be the point. And I think we've hit four of these tonight. We were not doing the buffalo, so the hard ways were not working, unfortunately. Let's mark the 10. Here's my perfect Paul OCD, making sure these are looking good. Alright, 10's going to be the point. Let's get some more reds. We'll do $20 comeback this time. No worries, Randy. We're all forgiving in the craps community. Even I fumble my words during a live because sometimes when you're on a live, it's nervous too. You got nerves. I've got nerves.
Dice are out.
I felt I pushed them, but they went into the hook. But it's going to be a 6-4-10 buckshot. And I don't think I had any odds on the 10, right? I had 0 odds on the pass line. Son of a... Figures. Dice God said, hey, you're already in profit. You don't need that. Alright, puck's going to come off. Comeback's going to travel. We're going to not lose. Jeez, what are we doing? We're losing the hard 10. We had 20 on it. Although that 20 is going to pay the pass line. So we'll bring that right back up. We've got our pass line. We'll do a C&E for 5 each. And we'll hold off on the odds on the 10 until we get a point. Alright. Get your bets locked in. I keep seeing the number go up and down and up and down. I think we have people hesitating or doing last minute bets and then deciding not to do them. Here we go. This is a come out roll.
Dice are out.
We got aces. For me, aces always, not always. Aces happens when my dice explode. Meaning they're not supposed to ever, I'm not supposed to ever hit aces. So we're lucky to have it. It does pay triple if you were playing the field. It does pay triple. We were not. But we did have a craps bet. We're just going to win 35. However, 20 of it's going to have to repay the pass line. And we're repaying the yo. So we're gonna make $10. All right, I'm all set. Here we go.
Dice are out.
That was a short throw, but it's going to be a 4-2-6. And you know the casino is going to say, sir, you need to hit the back wall with both die. And in my mind, without saying it out loud, I'm going to say, go fuck yourself. Alright, 6 is going to be the point. Lose the come out action. Let's mark the 6. Let's see. Max odds, it's going to be 200. We'll do another $20 comeback. And we'll do max odds on the back for the 6. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Six, 3, 9. So our combat's going to travel up to the 9. Let's mark it. Again, we'll do max odds. And we'll do a third combat. Hey, Anthony. Welcome. I don't think I've talked to you for a while. Hope you're doing well. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Got a 415. The sister number. Combat's going to travel up to the 5. Max odds. That's all we're going to play right now. We have a lot of exposure out there. Anthony says graduations, promotions, and birthdays. It was crazy month of May. Yeah, that's what May into July is going to be like. Just crazy town. All right, we only have half the people locked in. Get your bets locked in, please, for Crapsee. Give you a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Definitely had explosion there. Not explosion of dice set, but explosion of dice. They scattered to the far reaches of the opposite sides of the table. It's going to be a hard 8, by the way. We have nothing on the 8, but we do have a hard 8, and that works for me. Let's put it in the roll tracker. So I was always wondering how Jeff and George had their numbers go so fast, and they both have Stream Deck, and that's something I might invest in. They have a smaller version and it has, like, I think 8 buttons, and so what they do is they have their Crapsee and the roll tracker, I guess, synced, so they only have to punch in the number once, and it goes ahead and puts the number in both. All right, we have 15 on the hard 8. That's going to win 135. We'll press the hard 8 by 5, and we'll bring 130 back to the rack. Well, what do you say we bring 100 back to the rack, and we'll place the 8 for 30. And we'll mark the 32, or mark the 8 as well. All right, here we go. Get your bets locked in.
Dice are out.
It was a low throw. It's going to be a 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend on the end. You gotta say the whole thing. You gotta say the whole thing. You can't just say part of the phrase, right? All right, 6-4-10. So we're gonna lose the hard way, but I'm okay with that because this come bet's gonna come down and get paid. 20 on the flat. 400 on the odds. And we're going to rack the black. We're going to bring back the hard 10. And we'll grab the 10 for 35. All right, get your bets in. We still have a lot of exposure out there.
Dice are out.
5, 3, 8. We're going to lose the hard 8. We're going to win 35 up top. Take it to 42. And we'll bring the rest of the red back to the rack because we're going to use what's already on the hard ways to split and put back the hard 8. All right, get your bets in. Lock it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I was hoping the number would go up and the number went down.
Dice are out.
5 mid-mo yo. We do not have anything on the horns, and I'm okay with that. But we will mark the yo. All right, we lost some people in Crapsee. I appreciate everybody that's still playing.
Dice are out.
And that hit the bottom of the alligator wall. And those dice came all the way back to the hardway section, but it's going to be a 3-2 Justice Gen 5. Which is great because we hit another comeback. But green die went all the way to the aces in the horn. And the red die went above the 9 on the boxes. All right. Comeback's going to come down to pay 20 on the flat. And we have 200 in odds. That's going to win 300. Again, we'll rack the black. We're going to press our hardways. And we'll grab the 5 for 35 and rack 10. Hope you all have a great weekend. Sometimes I forget when you ever, do y'all remember when you were in high school and you came home on a Friday, even on a Thursday or something, even on a Saturday, and you take a nap and you wake up and you don't know where you are and you don't know what time it is because you know you went to, you before your nap it was sunlight and when you woke up it was dark and you had no clue what time it was or what day. I remember that happening in high school. Only because you sleep so damn much in high school.
Dice are out.
Dice went off to the left. It's going to be a 5-3-8. Alright, we're going to lose the hard 8. We have 42 on the 8. That's going to win 50 for 1. I'm going to go ahead and take it up to 90. And again, we're going to take off of the hard ways, replace the hard 8. All right, get your bets in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lock it up. So close.
Dice are out.
549. We hit the final come bet. Woohoo! That's a J Mac Daddy Hard 9. So we managed to hit all 3 come bets with odds. How cool is that? That does not happen. All right. Come bet's going to come down and get paid 20 on the flat. And we're going to get paid 300 on the odds. So again, we're going to bring all the black back to the rack. We're going to press the hard ways. And what the hell? We're gonna double press the hard ways. And we'll get the, actually we'll do the same thing we did with the 5. We'll get the 9 for 35. All right, get your bets in.
Dice are out.
Wow, they barely hit the wall, and when they hit the table, they just died. It's gonna be a 6-2 easy 8. Maybe you all know when the dice hit the table and just barely go anywhere, that means they hit the table flat, I'm guessing. All right, we have 90 on it. We're gonna lose the hard 8. But 90 is going to pay 105. And we're going to go right to 180 and take the 15 and put it right back on the hard 8. All right, get your bets in. Let's make sure I put that 6-2 in the tracker. I did not. So I'll give you some extra time to get your bets in. Who's having fun? I'm having fun. It's 2:09 on the East Coast. 2:09 in the morning. Damn. But if you're new to the to the chat, I had a 4.5 hour nap starting at 8:30 to midnight or 12:30. So, yeah, not a bit of a nap. I'm all about naps. Especially in a recliner. Best kind. Alright. I've jibber jabbered long enough for you to lock in your bets. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Got a midnight. All those dots and all those spots. Let's mark it. Oh, well, look at there. Well, that looks like the tall. And it is the tall. So we're going to win 150, 155 and down. Go ahead and rack it. We're going to turn our bets off up top, and our hard ways are off. We're going to pick up our odds on the 6. And we're going to do exchange that for a quarter. We're going to do a $25 world bet. That nap explains it a lot, right? We got a 6.5 mid-mo, yo. So we were able to hit the world bet and make a little extra Chuck E. Cheese. Specifically on that throw, I threw a 2-1-2-1. So, yeah. So it was on axis toss, but all right. So that's going to win 80 and down, but to keep the bet up, we're going to pay 20. So we got 60. I'm going to take the reds, plop it on there. So now we got a $35 world bet, and I'm going to rack 50. Thanks, Big Money. Appreciate it. It is not easy to hit the ATS. Although you do see more random people, random shooters, random Randys. They tend to hit the ATS a lot more, and it's because they're throwing random versus people who are setting the dice are trying to throw repeaters. Mainly, I do know people like George who know how to change their sets to hit the ATS, and Ed. I'm not that skilled. Got a 415. So we're going to turn our bets back on now. Alright, we're going to lose the $35 world bet. Turning our bets back on. And let's go to Crapsee. I'm all good on my end on the betting. Oh, we jumped up. We got 7 people in Crapsee now. Alright. I like it when the number jumps up.
Dice are out.
That was a low throw, and it's going to be a 5-2-7. I knew it when I threw it. The dice kind of fell out of my hands. The green die landed in the cum area, and the red die landed over in the hook. I mean, you can't throw any shittier than that. But that was a 26 roller, and we made some money. We are in profit. And that's all you can ask for. Just to be in profit. We had opportunity. We had 180 on that 8. We had our hard ways pressed up. Our hard 10 had 30 on it. If that had hit, I think 30 pays 205? No. Yeah, 175 plus 35. 175 plus 35, so that would be 210? 210. It's too late for too much math. Alright, we were only out there for about $300. We did hit the tall, which was pretty cool. Alright. We're definitely in profit. Here's our bankroll, 2,000. So we're in profit all of this. And if you remember, I removed my odds on the 6 and never put them back. So we're over 1,000 in profit. But let's keep going the way we've been going, because you've seen in other lives that I get all greedy and shit, and then we wind up empty rack. There's 75 in red. Let's go 10, 5, 10 on the ATS, 20 on the pass, and we'll do a quarter on the whirl. All right, I have my come out action all set. I just wanted a break, you're right. I wanted a break from throwing, you know. I got the Fremont hat. That was a Fremont hat throw. So, I just wanted a break. Here we go.
Dice are out.
The dice are definitely landing together when, I can tell. You can tell when they land together. That's going to be a 6-5 yo. And if you want to know, I actually threw a 6-5-5-6. That's going to win 20 on the pass. We'll go ahead and grab our hard ways for that. And we're going to win 60 on the whirl bet because we want to keep it up. And we'll take the reds, plop it on, make it a $35 whirl, and bring 50 back to the rack. All right, get your bets locked in. We almost have everybody, just need one more person. Let's check the rankings on my end. Everybody's in profit, shit. No one's in the red. That's awesome. Here we go.
Dice are out.
6, 2, 8 easy. 8's going to be the point. So our increase on the world bet did not pay off. That's okay. We'll lose that. Mark the 8. Do max odds on the back. And there we go. I can't tell you when the last time we actually hit a 4, so I ain't betting it until I see it. Here we go. I don't think we hit a 4 the last shooter, which was a 26 roller. No 4s.
Dice are out.
That was a high throw. It's going to be a 4-3. Man. That was way... I don't know why I threw it so high. That literally was thrown probably 1.5 feet above the table. That is not what I want to do. But we haven't had a PSO in a while, so I guess that we were due. We were due for a PSO. That's what it was. All right, thanks Randy. Appreciate you stopping by. All right, that was a PSO, peeps. And that was because that was a poor mechanics, poorly thrown. But then again, you know, you got to start thinking about that too. If you just came off a long roll, typically it is very rare that you see back-to-back long rolls. So we probably should have played for the short roll. All right. We're going to up the ante on ATS. We're going to go 25, 5, 25. We'll do a quarter on the pass. And we'll do a $12 C&E. So 6 on the E, 6 on the C. Oh, let me get that stack of blue out of the way. It looks like I've got extra chips in my rack. I don't. I promise you. I was using those blue chips the other day for marking box sets. So let me put that back. There you go. Now I got a cleaner rack. Not like a clean rack. Here we go. Let's go to Crapsee. This is the come out roll.
Dice are out.
Got to come out 7. Another 4-3. All right, we're going to win on the pass line. Just a quarter. We'll lose the 12 action on the C&E. We're going to lose the ATS. Let's get some more reds. There's our 55 for the ATS. We'll do $10 on the C, $5 on the E. I'm all set on my end. Here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a 6-2-8 easy. 8 will be the point again. This feels like the beginning of the show. The beginning of the show, we had a bunch of 8s being the point, and then we were throwing big red. I don't like that. This feels eerily similar. All right, 8's going to be the point. Let's mark the 8. Grab the hard ways. And let's get 100 in red. There's our 100. We'll do a $20 comeback. Here we go.
Dice are out.
We got an OldBay bushel, hard 10. been a minute. All right, it's going to travel up to the hard 10. We'll do half odds. We'll do 100 there. Mark 10. Going to get 35 on the hard 10. I'm going to press it to 15. Bring a quarter back to the rack and do another $20 come bet. And let's make sure we make put the number in the volt tracker there, Craigo. All right, I'll give you a few more seconds. Hey Jay, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Hollandpon or Jalanpon or Jalanpon? I want to make sure I'm sounding it right. He said, "Holy moly, is this the Craig live?" It is. Is it Spanish? Is it Hollandpon? I just want to make sure I'm calling you the right name. All right, here we go.
Dice are out.
We got a 6.5 mid-mo yo. We're hitting those uptown numbers. All right, that's gonna, let's mark the yo. That's gonna win in the come area. 20. We're going to press our hard ways. And we don't have any odds on our 8. Let's do just 100. At this point, you've heard them all. Jalen Pond. Okay, so the way I've always wanted to call you that is the correct way. Gotcha. I'll call you Jay. Jay works. I have a Jason that works for me, and he goes by the initials of his name, JB, or I call him Jay sometimes. So cool. I'll call you Jay from now on. Thank you. Get your bets locked in. Here we go.
Dice are out.
Six, 2, 8 hit the point. That's an 8 winner. Can't tell you how much it feels good to have the hard side of the table back. So stick left is bouncy and stick right is hard table. Love it. Love it, love it. I think you all remember all the past videos or lives that I've done. If I'm shooting from stick left, how many times you heard the dice hit the floor because they bounced off the table? So I ripped up that neoprene on the right side and now it's a hard table. All right, that was an 8. Puck comes off. Combat's going to travel. We'll do 100 times odds, but our odds are off on the come out. We're going to lose the hard 8. We're just going to take from the other hard ways to repay for those. And we're going to get a quarter on the pass. And we get 120 on the odds. So we'll rack the black. We'll press the hard ways. And we'll do a quarter world bet. And we are on the come out again. There's already a famous JV like Jim Beam. Oh, from Crapsee. Oh yeah, what is it? Maya Yopa. Yeah. Yeah, well he's not here, so you're the J of the day. How about that? You're the J of the day. Here we go. This is the come out roll. Odds on the come bets are off. We have a world bet for 25.
Dice are out.
And we have a come out 7, of course. You can feel when your thumb pushes the dice. I hate that. That's what happened. 4-3. But it's a come out 7. We'll take the come out 7 versus the other kind. All right. A couple of things happen here. We're going to win on the pass line. The world bet is a push. Our come bets are going to lose, but the odds are going to get returned to us by the dealers and go right back into the rack. So this quarter, we're going to lose the come bets. This quarter we need $30 more to pay for the 55 action up on the ATS. All right. I'm going to add a $15 any 7 and turn this into a buffalo bet. So that means the hard ways are working on the come out. Can I extend my come out game beyond 33%? I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Here we go. Isn't that the same percentage of PSO? It happens 33% of the time.
Dice are out.
We got a hard 4. Told you we haven't had a 4 in quite a while. Even though we're throwing a 2V set. I find that kind of funny. 4 is going to be the point. But the awesome thing about that is we're going to lose the world bet and the any 7. But we're going to win on the buffalo bet. We have 15 on the hard 4. That's going to win 105. Therefore, we just paid for our odds in the back. You don't get any freer than that than a paid odds on free odds. If that makes sense. All right, we'll use the extra nickel to press up the hard 4. And then we're just going to keep with the come bets. We're having more success with that than we are going like 110 inside. Our 110 inside has been horrible tonight. We've PSO'd, I think, 3 times on going inside for 110. All right, get your bets in. It's very late on the East Coast. We're losing people in Crapsee. Got 5 remaining. We had all the way up to, I think, 8 players. Which is a lot if you consider that it's 2:36 a.m. on the East
Dice
Coast.
are out.
I felt the dice split. Got a 5-1 mixer, 6 easy. Combat's going to travel up to the 6. We'll do 150 odds. We're going to lose the hard 6. And we'll just take it off of the other hard ways. I'm going to get a sip of water. All right, here we go.
Dice are out.
Five, 1, 6 mixer. Back to back, baby. All right, that combat's going to be an up and off. We're going to lose the hard 6. So we're going to win 20 on the flat. And we're going to win 180 on the odds. We're going to bring back our hard 6 for 10. And we'll press up the hard 10. And we'll press up the hard 8. And we'll bring the 180 back to the rack. All right. Gotcha. How do you feel like you're doing overall since you started craps as a shooter? I'll tell you, I've done better as a shooter than I've done as a better. And that's what I worked on for the last 6 months, is being a better, if you will. Trying to get more out of my roles. So it's been a lot of taking chances, definitely doing regressions, trying to build bankroll during a session. I've had more success from stick left with a 5-3-6-2 dice set. I've actually hit the small, tall, all. What's funny is I've done it twice in front of Jeff, Mid-Atlantic Craps, and twice I was not on it myself. He was. So twice I've paid for his bankroll for an AC trip or a Vegas trip. I just got to learn to bet better, take advantage of what I'm throwing. At the same time, I'm working on my throw, which hopefully is going to, I'm looking for repeaters. I'm not as concerned about the ATS. There's a table in Harrah's in Vegas, Harrah's, that it's a crapless table, but it has repeater bets.
Dice are out.
I like that table. Hard 4. Hit the point. That's a winner 4. And it's going to be a double-double. It's a double winner. Alright, combat's going to travel up. Puck's going to come off. We'll start with the hard way. We have 15 on it. That's going to win 105. We'll press it another nickel. Bring the 100 back to the rack. And then on the pass line, we're going to win a quarter on the pass line, 200 on the odds. And remember, those odds were paid for. Alright, let's bring all the blacks back to the rack. And our odds on our combat are off. And right now I'm going to dispense with the come out action. I've just got a, but I do like the, I do like that buffalo bet. So we're going to make them all 15 again. And the buffalo bet, the hard ways are working on the come out. Because I'm not going to change dice sets for come out specifically. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, are you, Jay, with the similar with betting, right? You know, how many times have you had a, because too many times, and when I say too many times, I mean too many times of the times I've had great rolls. Too many times I've walked away making barely nothing on my roll. Or if I've had a good roll, it was a comeback roll. Meaning I got back to the bankroll, and then that was it. Yeah, I've had 25 rollers, you know, 20 rollers, 18 rollers, and made barely more than $200 because I'm not paying attention to the betting because I'm trying to concentrate on the rolling, or I'm just not pressing correctly. So. All right, here we go. This is the come out roll. What's funny, if anybody was on the live the other night where I blew my entire bankroll except for $1, and remember I chucked the $1 and it rolled underneath the crab where it says OldBayCraps on the table? That $1's still there, by the way. I think I want to keep it there. We got a 5-4 JMac hard 9. Nine's going to be the point. We're going to lose the NE7. Take the chip off, the on chip, mark the 9. And 150 odds on the combat. And we'll do 100 odds on the 9. So Jay says, I want to say I have no clue what you're talking about, but unfortunately that's not the case. Right? All right, here we go.
Dice are out.
Oh, that was a low throw. 6-1, 7 out. 12 roller, again. I don't think we made money on that one. I actually think we lost money on that one. But I mean, we're still in profit, but we were way in profit. We were like 1,500 in profit. So I think we're down to 1,000 in profit. That sucks. 6-1. It's also 2:46 East, 2:46 a.m. Eastern time. All right. So we had about 600 out there in bets. I'm gonna throw a black chip out there, get some reds. We're gonna go back to our usual come out action. All right. I'm too tired to go to 100 rolls, so this is going to be the last shooter. Oh, nice. Nice job, man. All right, man. All right, Jim. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you every time. All right, here we go. This is the last shooter. We have 4 people still in Crapsee. Let's see if we can make a little bit more profit. We're definitely not going to expose ourselves.
Dice are out.
Because last time we played again, I ended up with just a buck, and that's sitting underneath that crab. I'm going to leave it there as a reminder. Got a 6-5, yo! Mid-mo, yo. Damn, I missed that guy. I really do. I do call out a mid-mo yo when anybody throws a yo at the table at the casino. Did I get that in the tracker? I don't think I did. There we go. All right, let's mark the yo. We're going to win 20 on the pass. We have it for 5. That's going to be 80 and down. We're going to lose the craps bet. So we're going to bring that back up. I just remembered this happened once before, and I took this down and made this 80 when really we should have lost that. So I'm going to give 5 back to the casino to make it right. And we'll rack 75. We're going to get our hardways already paid for and ready to go. We'll even do a buffalo. There we go. Got a buffalo, C&E, and the pass line and the ATS. All right, everybody's ready in Crapsee. Pretty easy when there's only 3 people in it. All right, last shooter, and we're trying to get a point. Five, 3, easy 8. How many times has 8 been the point tonight? It's ridiculous. But I will tell you, except for the last shooter, which was a 12 roller, and I think we started with an 8. Every time we've started with an 8 tonight, it's been bad news. How far is Hollywood and Perryville? It is 20 to 25, about 25 minutes. It's not very long. The reason I don't like that place very much at all, but the reason I do like going to it is because even on a Friday or a Saturday night, sometimes they'll have $15 tables, which is very, well, I say $15 tables. They only have one craps table, let's be honest. But sometimes it's 15. All right, here we go. Now Maryland Live, which I love a lot better because I will do my best to try to throw stick left down there because of the hard tables. But man, even when they open up at 9 a.m., they start at 25 sometimes. And they'll have like 2 tables open. One will be 25 and one will be a 50 minimum. Fucking crazy. They rarely ever have a $15 table. Dice went off to the right. It's going to be a hard 4. And we did have our buffalo working. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. 8's the point. I didn't even mark it. Apologies. I didn't even mark it on the table. I didn't mark it because I'm jibber-jabbering. We would have lost the C&E. We would have lost the NE7 and the hard 8 on the come out when we established the 8 as the point. I am a dumb ass. So we just threw a hard 4, which is fine. We'll get paid on the hard 4. Let's go ahead and wrangle the dice. I literally just went for the stick, and it was like I had like I had sausage fingers, and just if you've ever seen the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, you'll know what I mean by hot dog fingers. That's what it felt like just now. Let's try putting in the 4. Did we put it in Crapsee? We did put it in Crapsee. We didn't put it in the tracker. We are behind. I think it's because it's late, man. Dude. It's almost 3 a.m. here. What's that Matchbox 20 called? 20 song called? 3 a.m. and I'm lonely. All right, let's pay this damn hard 4. 35. Let's bring back our hard 8. We'll press the hard 10. We'll go up here and put a quarter on the 4. Let's play with our greens. Got 50 on the back. Let's get another quarter. We're going across. And we're going to do 30 on the 5 and 9 because if we hit it, we'll win 42 and we'll switch it out with the 6. All right, I think we're okay. I think we're good. All is right in the world. Well, I don't think all is right in the world. Definitely some shit going on. There's also been some tragedy. I'm not going to speak about it. Not me, but people I know.
Dice are out.
We got a midnight. All those dots and all the spots. All right. We got a midnight. Let's mark it up. We're going to turn our bets off because that's what our gut is telling us. We'll do a $6 C&E. We just took our pass line odds off the table, back in our rack temporarily. Here we go.
Dice are out.
The dice hit each other. It's going to be a hard 8. It's going to be a point winner. And we have our bets off. That's okay. We're still going to win on the pass line. Because you can't turn that shit off. All right. Lose the come out action. Or not come out action. Lose the C&E. We're going to get paid 20 on the pass because that's the only bet we had active. We'll take our button off. Puck comes off. We'll do a C&E for 10. And we'll take this and then we'll press the hard 10 to 20. All right, now we're on the come out. Here we go. I think I'm getting punchy.
Dice are out.
That was a horrible throw. It's going to be a 3-2-5. 5 is going to be the point. Take the 30 down, move it over to the 8. Take our C&E down, mark the 5. And we'll do 50 behind the line. And we're all set. We've locked in good profit. We're playing with greens and reds. Give you some extra time because I didn't put the roll in the tracker. I'm going to set the dice while you all put your bets in. Here we go.
Dice are out.
And that's it. 5-2. Tried to do something. Didn't work. And by try, I mean try to throw the dice. Didn't work. I was going for that hard 4. I only got half of it. All right, that's a 7 out. That was a short 7 roller. We're going to end with 69 rolls. Why not? 69 rolls at 3 a.m. We are 3 a.m. on the dot. Wow. All right. I don't think I have... Do I have Crapsee? Let's bring it to the forefront. There we go. Let's go to Crapsee and see what's going on. Anytime big money. I'm really glad you guys have been joining recently. All the big money family. It's been fun. I'd rather do live than do recordings anymore. I know that people are hankering for a couple of recordings, and I might get back to that. I just like the live aspect. I don't know why. All right, let's go to the leaderboard. See what happened tonight or this morning if you're in the AM like I am on the East Coast. We got Blue Jay Way, Kevin, 1,731 in the positive. Big Money Ray, right behind him with $100 behind at 1,658 plus. We have Nick S at 850 plus. Thanks for coming to play. Mrs. Big Money in the 4th spot at 489 positive. And Jim Badger rounding out the top 5. And we won't forget Twan in the 6th spot at 300 plus. So we had 6 people in the positive tonight, including OBC. We'll find out what I made in just a second. Let's go back to the table. All right, let's see what our... just looking at the numbers tonight. We threw 15 eights tonight. And the problem with that is that out of the 15 eights, I believe 6 of them were the point being established. So they didn't make us any money. Anyway, let's take off what we have here. Let's count up what OldBayCraps made. We were just playing with the reds and greens the last two shooters because we wanted to walk away with profit because we walked away with just that dollar chip on the last live. All right. There's our bankroll, $2,000. This is what we made. We made $800. I think at one point we were $1,500 in profit, but 3 shooters ago we lost on some of the come bets with odds, and we were exposed. So I'll take it. $800 in profit. I'll take it any time of the week. So thanks for coming to play. I really appreciate it. I really like this particular setup for lives, so I think I'm going to keep it for a while. It's very simple. It's like 3-4 cuts, including the dice cam. But thanks, Big Money. Appreciate it. Thank you all for joining. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. I want to give prayers out to Lou and his family. They had a loss in their family. I think it was in Discord. I saw Jeff post something and then Lou followed up, but I've been in contact with him. So put Lou in your prayers. You all know him and love him in the chats. And on a positive note, hope everyone has a great weekend. I am going to be scared slightly because I have my daughter going to senior week. She graduated high school a week ago, and so I'm going to be praying for her. But I hope she has fun. I remember senior week, it was pretty wild. But all right, so when you're at your tables, season your play. Have a good night, all.